Hello there. Bobo the Bitcoiner is back. Today in Singapore, it's winter time, It's cooling, chilling in fact. Okay, today I'm going to discuss one word. FUD. FUD. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. There are all kinds of comments on the media. It can be quite confusing, especially for beginners who does not understand Bitcoin enough. I hope to dissect these FUDs, FUDs, sensibly and fairly, and to debunk them. Most common statement in Bitcoin is a bubble and it will go to zero. All right? Such a statement is tolerated in the early days of Bitcoin when most of us have yet to understand this new technology. But today, come on, information, debates, and education, YouTube are all over the media. That's why today you don't hear too much now that Bitcoin is going to zero. Yet, last week, Bank of America Security Chief Investment Strategist Michael Hartnett said that Bitcoin looks like the mother of all bubbles. Wow. One only has to spend a little bit time to do the research on the media. It's no more tolerable if they continue to say Bitcoin will go to zero. Problem is, they never share their calculation or even reveal the reason. Being ignorant is excusable, but making negative statements negative statements without justification is wacky, especially when they don't support with numbers. The conclusion I could only draw is that some people are simply close their minds to new technology. It just couldn't sink into their mind. It's blocked. In fact, in the case of Bitcoin, every time there's a bubble burst, another grows back to replace it. This is very frequent. This frequency actually makes the Bitcoin narrative somewhat different to the great bubbles of the past. These people are too entrenched with the traditional way of doing things, like if it's doing well for the last few years or hundreds years, why change? Why change? This is the thing. Why reinvent the new wheel when it's working well? I must argue that Bitcoin is anti-bubble. That its price is going up because of bubbles elsewhere in the economy. Many investors are buying Bitcoin in response to what they see as a massive sovereign bond bubble, which they believe the government will try to deflate by printing money. Bitcoin's unique investment characteristic and unfamiliar metrics make it impossible to apply traditional valuation techniques. Those are old-fashioned. Come on, guys. We are entering into the technology age. A new way of doing things, right? Auntie learned to use WhatsApp, and now Auntie are expert at the Zoom meeting. Everything we touch or do today is technology, like contact tracing. Everyone knew how to use it now because it is necessary. They had to learn. Okay? So is Bitcoins, my friends. Quick and cheap, most fair and truthful value. Another part is Bitcoin can be hacked. Many people misunderstood the exchanges is being hacked. Exchange is like a bank holding the Bitcoin on your behalf after you buy it. But if you withdraw Bitcoin to your own cold storage wallet, you can make yourself your own bank. Then it will never be hacked. Actually, we don't physically own Bitcoin. We only own the private key. All the world's Bitcoin are residing in the blockchain. And the blockchain has never been hacked for the past 12 years of existence. The most absurd fact recently even claimed that Bitcoin is controlled by 2% of anonymous ownership that holds 95% of Bitcoin. Again, Wacky claim, blowing hot air. Bitcoin is the most transparent ledger of the world. Just Google blockchain.com and ask for the rich list, and you can see everything is clear as daylight. Let me show you. Okay. Okay, I turn the camera around. All right, now let's try to. Now you see this. I just go to Google and Google Bitcoin rich list. And in this list, you can see the balance, those coins, for example, 1 to 100, 1 to 10 Bitcoin holder, there are 675,000 wallets holding this 1 to 10 Bitcoin. And it's already a percentage of 9.41. For 10 to 100 Bitcoin, you have 135,000 wallets. And they owns or they hold 23.53% of the total Bitcoin. Come on, 2% people hold 95% of Bitcoin. This is ridiculous. Simple Google like that could tell them, these people are simply talking nonsense. Now, and the beauty in the this blockchain.com, you can drill down to all the different. For example, I show you this one. The first wallet is owned by Hubei. Hubei is exchange, all right, where you buy and sell Bitcoin, and they hold 141,000 Bitcoin, and you can see that they have exchanges, the number of in and out, the last in, the first in, last out, and all this kind of thing. Everything is transparent in the blockchain. All right. Things like this, they don't, probably it's private owner. So if you were to go to the, if you drill it down, you will see this. All right. These guys owned 95,000 Bitcoins. All right. and it's over accumulation. These are the amount they accumulate. It's over accumulation of all this period. He buy until today he has 95,000 Bitcoin, and that 95,000 Bitcoin is worth, wow, $3.5 billion. One wallet. Okay, now let's get back. So, these are all transparent. What these people have to do is simply go to the internet, Google it, and they can have all these answers. And these are all real life status that can be viewed by anyone, anytime. Bitcoin is the most transparent ledger in the world. Why can't these critics just Google to satisfy their own ego? So sad. I think what this guy is trying to say is 2% of the world population own Bitcoin, which is true. What the hell of misinterpretation this guy is trying to represent? So all these FUD in the internet, please be careful. Another FUD suggested that finite 21 million Bitcoin can be changed anytime. Again, without explaining how or why. Because of the lack of understanding the Bitcoin ecosystem and technology, they think that since it's an open software program, it can be reprogrammed. I think most of you who had followed me for a while now should know the answer, right? Nobody in Bitcoin network can make a singular or group decision. In fact, no human decision is made by the Bitcoin ecosystem. Decision is made by majority consensus of the Bitcoin network, belonging to tens of thousands of computers, right? And every computer, one IP address, one vote. Even if Satoshi Nakamoto surfaced today, he cannot make the change. He has to go through the consensus. He has to go through the majority agreement. I think naysayers are running out of a good reason to find fault. The accusation today becomes so senseless. Bitcoin network and its ecosystem is not so difficult to understand, actually, right? If only this naysayer could read my BoBo's Bible, then I guess they will understand. Well, sometimes people of this nature is very hard to change. Their brain simply has no room for new technology. Let them be. Let them have their fun staying poor out of Bitcoin network. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you have not, and ring the bell. Okay, so I'll see you next time with a new video. Thank you. Bye-bye.